Welcome to the Binghamton University campus. Welcome to College in the Woods, Mohawk Hall. My name is Chris Strub, class of 2007. I was thinking about taking you around campus on a little tour, but I figure because it's the last day of classes, a lot of people are graduating, let's talk about some social media tips for grads. First tip is for everyone, whether you want to get into a career about social media or not. Make your accounts public. We all know by now that companies that you go to work for are going to mine and research your social media accounts. And if they're private, they're going to figure out a way to get in there anyway. So if you have an account and you've been tweeting or you've been Instagramming stuff that you wouldn't ever want your future employers to see, start a new public account. I think a lot about the psychology of social media as well. And this is just going to make you feel like a healthier person when you don't have anything to hide, you know? Very well say, well, Chris, I use my private Twitter differently than you do. I don't use it to reach out to people. I don't use it. But that's what social media is. It's about conversation. If making your accounts public is too steep of a suggestion for you as you're graduating, I get it. But take this advice from me. I was here. Literally, I lived here. Okay, I know that was a big one, and you guys probably are like, this guy's telling me to make my stuff public. Forget about it. I'm going to keep going anyway. Tip number 2 is use social media to reach out to people, even people that you don't think would ever get back to you. Trust me, in many cases they do. The very best way to reach out to someone, send them a personalized video on Twitter. Personalized. Say their name. Imagine you have the opportunity to walk up to this person and say hello to their face. That's what video allows you to do. So do it. Oh, sad Baxter. Oh, he's getting a hug. He's getting a hug. Okay, step number 3 is if you really want to try and make the most of social media, you got to start telling stories. No one wants to see random moments all over the place. And that's an important distinction to make. If social media is your calling, your path, it's something you want to try and grow on, that's when you should be telling stories. Tip number 4, and this is appropriate for Snapchat, is repurpose your stuff. If you have something great, share it all over the place. That's so important these days that a lot of people think like, oh, I'm Snapchat famous, I got all my followers on Snapchat. But not everyone is on Snapchat. So unless one of these platforms or apps is signing your paychecks, then you don't work for Twitter, you don't work for Instagram, you don't work for Snapchat, you work for you. And that brings me to my 5th and final and most important tip of all, be yourself. Be yourself. A lot of people get this awful, corrosive impression that they have to try and be someone on social media that they're not. Look, I've worked in social media for a long time. When I first lived in this building, there was no Facebook. Do you believe that? I mean, if you want to know how old I really am, there was no event center, and there was also none of this crazy newing stuff either. The bottom line is, guys, stop wasting your time. There is an infinite amount of opportunity to be had on social media if you follow these tips. And Bearcats, look, if you don't believe you can do anything from Mohawk Hall, I'm the first guy to live stream in Snapchat in all 50 US states. Follow these tips and I guarantee you can achieve your dreams. Because I know that I did.